Happy Homebrew Wednesday. That's right. Had a little bit of that last week. So you saw that? I am racking. I went back and forth on what I was going to do for the dry hopping on this lager because I probably should have done the dry hopping at the diacetyl rest stage, but I didn't think of it, and I didn't consult my sage in time. So I'm going to go ahead and just rack it to secondary, bring the temp up for about 2 days, just to get extract the dry hops, and then I'm going to crash it again, drop the hops out of it, and keg it. So that's my plan. I'm doing the pale IPL, and then I'm going to do the black IPL. So I'm going to continue this, get the dry hops figured out, grab a beer, and I'll be back. Oh, while I'm gone, check out this little bit of footage I got from the trip up north. Had a rad time. I'll talk about it in a second, but check out this footage. Woo! Happy homebrew, whatever day.
Happy homebrew every day.
Every day.
Brew up.
Homebrew up. Wicked weed. Made it to the Funkatorium. Look at that. Barrels for days. Smells awesome in here. I got myself a beer, but it's flat. That's what wouldn't fit into the secondary, so I'm going to try to carbonate it with the soda stream. Let's see if I can do it without making a mess. It would be the first time I've done it without making a mess. Push down and hold for 1 to 2 seconds and release. 1, 2. That can't be good. So that's what happens every time. It says don't use it with anything other than water. Maybe that's why. Or maybe there's a seal in there that isn't sealing well. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, see what happens if I do it again. More mess. Well, I'm gonna clean this up. I would say that's a fail. Or is it? It might make a mess, but it looked like it carbonated the beer. I don't know if they're the right levels. It's better than flat. Cheers. So, there's some carb. Not a total loss. If it tastes this good without dry hops, I think with dry hops it's going to be awesome. I'm going to get those weighed out. Be back in a second. The black IPA is going to get some Pacific Jade. An ounce of that. I said black IPA, but it's a black IPL. It's going to get an ounce of Pacific Jade. It's going to get an ounce of Jarlo. And it's going to get an ounce of Mosaic. Get this stuff weighed out. The blonde IPL is going to get Mosaic, Citra, and ADHA 484, an ounce each. Boom. So, SodaStream works. It carbs it up enough where you can drink a beer, but it's not quite to the right levels that I'd like. But it's nice for when you have a little bit of overrun off of a transfer, racking off from a primary to secondary or secondary to a keg or something like that, and it just doesn't fit. So, and I hate throwing that beer out. So it's nice to have for that, but it does make a mess. Little cleanup, couple drinkable beers, it's good to go. So yeah, I got the beers racked over. I got them dry hopped. They're back in the firm chamber and firm fridge, whatever. And they're gonna ride up to mid 60s, sit for a couple of days, and then I'm gonna crash them out. Then put them in a keg. So right now I've got 3 kegs in here of the So beer. That's the fridge, and then I've got space for 2 kegs in my keezer right there. So the lagers will go over there once that's all crashed out and ready to go. But the So beer is going to be bottled off, all of it except for the partial keg that I have on tap right now. So we'll get that going. But the trip up north was awesome. Turns out that my brother-in-law lives 2.5 blocks away from CF Wolnea, Chester. So we got to hang out. I didn't get a lot of footage. It was basically a lot of rocking out. We did some jamming. Played drums, which I haven't played in a long time, so that was fun. The wife was playing some keyboards. That was cool. Got her to try to play some guitar. That was interesting. We had a good time. Just hung out and visited. Made a couple trips over there because we were so close we could just walk down the street. And I took my brother-in-law over there, and those guys headed off and tasted a lot of homebrew. Chester's the man. So Chester, if you're watching, cheers, man. Thanks. And dude hooked me up with some serious beer mail, road sodas. I've got like, I don't know, 5 or 6 meads and a whole mess of homebrews. I'll try to put a snapshot in here. So anyway, I got a lot more beers for beer reviews. I got a lot of stuff to do. Lots going on right now. Lego Robotics is really ramping up, so I'm going to be tied up with that. I'm going to Huntsville, Alabama for some training, so I'm going to be gone for a few days for that. So basically, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to brew until the earliest would be the 11th. And I don't know if that's going to happen because it's going to be coming off of a 2-week stint of like intensity. So I might be planning a brew day for the following weekend, if not, one day through the week once my schedule frees up a little bit. We'll see. All in due time. But I wish you guys a happy Homebrew Wednesday, happy Thirsty Thursday, and all that jazz. Shout out to Paulie Detmerds. There you go. That's all I got, I think. Oh, I got my order into the grain bill. So once I get that, I'll show you what I got. So I might throw up a little video at some point before this trip to Alabama. So see you guys on the next one. Hope everyone's having a great week and has a great weekend. And until next time, homebrew up. I gotta find me one. Cheers.